Yo! Welcome back to another Den Den Boys video. My name is Garth, I am one half of the Den Den Boys, and in this video we are doing a big one. It is the 2022 Games Room Tour. For those who checked out last year's video, you see how the Games Room went from this and changed to this. But this year there's been even more new stuff, so I'm really excited to show you. Let's check it out, let's go, let's get on with the tour. Alright, here we are, we're in the games room. So I thought how I'd break down this video is, for those who haven't seen my games room before, I'm going to go through some of the old stuff that was in my games room last year and just talk through what it is. And then for those people who've seen the 2021 version, stay tuned for the end of the video or towards the end of the video, because I'm going to start showing the new stuff in the games room, all the things that I've changed. And that's how I'm going to break the video down. So let's get started. So in this section, this is pretty much the same as 2021. I've got my King of HD TV, the Sony CRT, HD CRT. I recently picked this up. Last year I picked this up and it was sort of sitting to the side with another spare TV that I had of the same one. This was sold to me by a lady in my local area. Her father was an old TV repairman and he was still using this to the day he died. She sold it to me and I promised her I'd give it a nice home. So it's in the games room, takes pride of place. He looked after it and it's an absolute dream. Runs all my PS3, my Wii U games, anything of that 720 and up region. It's a great TV, I love this TV. I've also got my Sony CRT TV, which is running my PS2. I often play SNES on there as well. Any of that sort of 16-bit era up to 32-bit era. That TV is an absolute gem as well. And then the shelving I had made originally last year, so by a company, a local company made this whole shelving for me, this floating shelf with all my gaming memorabilia on it. And they also made this really rad tabletop / TV unit. Got plenty of room for my consoles. I've got a space for each console. I've also got these really cool storage tubs. Put all my cords, all my controllers, all that sort of stuff in, and keep it nice and safe and dust free. Secondly, stuff that was in the games room last year. Hello Dash. My ToeJam and Earl memorabilia rug, still taking pride of place in the games room. And I've also got my Sega Master System inspired table that my mum made me, and that takes pride of place in the games room. Great place to store my beers while I'm playing my games. The other thing that stayed the same in this area, obviously across from my TVs, is my gaming couch, my gaming setup. This wall was all bare. I've started to put some memorabilia on there. It's a great space. It's a nice distance from the TVs, and it's a great spot to sit and play my games. So this area is my main gaming area and hasn't really changed much since 2021. Right, so some other stuff that stayed the same from 2021. I've got my rear projection Sony TV, which I've got my analog interactive Super NT and Mega SG running on through component through the DAC. Huge TV, it's a rad picture. One of my favorite pictures in the games room actually, and when you just want that experience of a big screen, can't go wrong with the rear projection. Kind of the same, but a little bit different. This is my Bang & Olufsen BioVision. I actually had the version after this one, which had a built-in DVD, if you remember from last year, had the built-in DVD into the system. I actually found this one at one of my local op shops, and it's the model before the silver VideoVision. But the cool thing about this is it's got a built-in VCR player. So it's great. I've got a lot of VHS tapes, and I thought, well, I can play DVDs on anything. So I actually sold the silver VideoVision and went with the VHS VCR version. And now I'm sitting in the games room. I chuck on some old VHSs. I love my pro wrestling, so I've always got pro wrestling in the background while I'm playing my games. And I love this corner of the room. Over here, same as last year, but a bit of a difference in that these shelves used to be over in the other corner of the room, and I'll show you why they're not there very soon. This is all my gaming memorabilia, all my collectibles, my toys. I'm a big collector of G1 Transformers, G.I. Joe. I've got Voltron in there. I love my McDonald's toys, which I'll show you very soon. Even though I don't actually like McDonald's, I do love their toys, and they were the king of toys back in the 90s when I was a kid. Yeah, and this, I just found that this was a better space for my display because I get to see them all the time sitting on the couch rather than sort of being tucked in the corner. So yeah, I love this corner of the room, and it's much more spacious now that I've moved all those cabinets. Okay, last part from 2021. This was a big addition in 2021. Same guys that built my TV unit, floating TV unit, and the TV stand. They actually built me this amazing gaming shelf with all my games on it in one place. It's rad, it fills the whole wall. I love it, and it's an amazing feature in the games room and stores a lot of games. So this is from the 2021, this hasn't changed. I've sort of rearranged my games a little bit. I've started with all my early PS1 games through to PS2, PS3, PS4, and then I start to get into my Nintendo games. I've got SNES, GameCube, Wii U, Wii, my Switch, DS, and down the bottom I've got my collection of PC Engine games. I'll give you a closer look at that very, very soon. Okay, that's all the old stuff from 2021. Things that haven't changed in the games room, but let's get on to the new stuff. What's new in the games room in 2022? First up, these things. These shelves were installed this year. I've got some floating corner shelves put into the games room. I needed some extra space. I needed some extra room to put all my collectibles. I've got more G1 Transformer stuff, more toys, more gaming memorabilia. And I'll give you a bit of a closer look at the back shelf. I've sort of done a whole shelf of my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles gear, all my Sega Master System stuff. I'm a big fan of Sega. And up the top, all my Nintendo stuff as well. So I'll give you a closer look at that. But I love these two shelves. They fill the room. And I love just being able to look at them all the time. It's really, really cool. number 2 in the new things in the 2022 Games Room Tour. I've got some more shelving built for the Games Room. This is my wall of Sega. All my Sega Master System stuff, all of my Mega Drive. Hopefully I'll fill it out. I'm very close to a complete collection. I think I'm up to about 240-ish out of 260, which is the magical PAL number. I just love sitting on the couch, being able to see my whole wall of games, seeing them all the time. And I just think it looks so cool with all the Sega games all being together in one spot. I just love it. So yeah, this was a really cool addition. And I just love it being in the Games Room. Alright, I saved the best for last. The last new thing in the Games Room of 2022. Ta-da! Check that out. Neo Geo 4-slot cabinet. I have been wanting one of these my entire life. If you're a kid growing up in Australia, these were outside every newsagent's, every fish and chip shop. You'd sit there staring at the demos because you had no money, watching all the games flip by, just wishing you could play it. I finally got my hands on one. Long story short, basically I've been trying to buy this machine for about 2 years, and the person wasn't quite ready to sell it. He wasn't, and then eventually he sold it to me, and I snapped it up. I couldn't resist. Yeah, it's in great condition. I've had gonna do a little bit of work to it, but it's running mint, and I love this machine. So yeah, bucket list item for me. The other thing that I got done that's new in the Games Room, the actual Blast City arcade is not new. I've had it in the Games Room for a little while, but I actually got the new operating system. I'm running Pandora's Box Saga, which has 5,000 games on it compared to 1,500. Has a few new features like save states, free play, alphabetical order, saving games, favoriting, that sort of stuff. Makes going through the games a lot easier. So this is my arcade corner, and it's just so awesome. I love it. Alright, there you go. That was the Games Room tour for 2022. Thank you so much for joining and coming along for the ride. Hope you enjoyed what you saw. If you could do all that great YouTube stuff, all that great social media stuff, like, share, comment, that'd be fantastic. I'm loving my Games Room. I'm stoked with everything in here. All the new features I've put in here work really well. I've changed things around a little bit. I think it makes it more open and more spacious. It's just really cool space to sit in and just enjoy my retro games. So yeah, if you don't mind, I'm going to get back to playing. So stay tuned for another Den Den Boys video, and we'll see you very, very soon. Peace.